Huh? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Big Dave, and it's time for this installment of the 100 Hug Stories for the last 100 days of 2023. Just a mini podcast of positivity and just good interactions from the man who embraced the world, and that's me. And so for this story, we're going back to 2017, and we're going to Dyersville, Iowa. What's in Dyersville, Iowa, you ask? The Field of Dreams. That's right, it's not just a movie, it's an actual field. There's an actual baseball field in the middle of the cornfields in Iowa, and it's really a cool place. And I think everyone should visit, whether you like baseball or not. There really is something very enchanting about the place, and I've had the opportunity to go to the Field of Dreams 4 or 5 times in my lifetime, and I've had a great time every time. And here is the first time that I went. And when I was there, I was on my 48 state Big Dave Hugs America tour, and I went there and I met this young special needs child named Cooper, who loved what I was doing. He just loved the notion of traveling the world and hugging people, and he wouldn't stop embracing me, and he wouldn't stop pointing to people, asking me to go hug them, and he just loved it. And just meeting this young man and his father just made me smile. But it was a great moment that really became special when I got an email from his father a few days later. And the father said that his son sometimes gets phrases stuck in his head, and he will just repeat them over and over. And he said that hearing his son yelling and smiling, "Hug Big Dave hugs," just made him feel good. And he said he was just driving, and his son just would say, "Big Dave hugs, hug Big Dave." And he just said, "Just thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. Just please keep doing what you're doing." And so what's great about this is that I posted this story on Instagram, and I didn't know that his father was following me. And so his father followed me, and he said, "Dude, that's my son Cooper." And he said he still talks about you, and he said, I love what you're doing." And I sent Cooper a copy of my book, One Hug at a Time, and he sent me a picture back of his smiling face, just holding my book, and it really makes me his Cooper's face makes me just smile. I mean, I'm smiling now as I'm telling this story, and that's the cool thing. One of the people who looked at one of my previous hug stories pointed out that a lot of the kids that I hugged early in my story are now probably college students. Some of them maybe even college graduates, and they said, just think about what your hugs and what your high fives and what your idea of just changing the world, one positive interaction at a time. Think about what that's done for those kids, what that little seed that you planted. And it's just crazy to see the kids that some of the kids that I've hugged when I get a chance to revisit them and see that they've grown up. And so here's one of those kids, and Cooper, I love you, man, and I'm going to keep hugging, man. You keep hugging too. So I hope this story makes you smile, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and be well, everybody.